Uh, uh, uh. Right, there. Sorry about that. Okay. I showed you the last little short video just about the little endpoints on the pipes and whatnot, and there's a natural tendency to try to use them to do everything, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. Um, I've got an example upstairs which I set up, and I got mobbed a couple of times, but that's beside the point. So what I'll do is I'll just show you how you could do sorting with these pipes, but it's not a good idea. It doesn't really work, and I'll show you why upstairs. Follow me. I need a walker. So what I did to prove the point is I just set up this. So I've got two chests, I've got some pipes, I got a sorting chest, and I've got two normal chests, and you can see these are both set on pull, right? And these aren't, and the reason is because I don't want it to all run all at once. So what I deliberately did, it's not really cheating when you're trying to explain something, because I'm going to get rid of everything that I've built anyway, so I'm not cheating, right? So if I have a look in here, you can see I've got a shed load of crap, and it's just to illustrate a point. You know, so the stuff, I've dragged some of this stuff out of my old barrels and whatnot, and I don't really care about it. I can get rid of it at any time. And I've done the same thing here, and just pulled in a few bits and pieces, raw pork chop even. And part of the reason why I put all these different items in here is that they won't all fit into one of these chests. So what we're going to do is we're just going to illustrate that even though I've got that set to all ingots, won't make a jot of difference. I just want to point that out. Won't make any difference whatsoever, because it's not a sorting system. This is just an illustration of how these logistics pipes work, right? So we'll turn the busted on. Now another thing, okay, I'll quickly explain. I'm using these instead of item ducts or anything else because I'm trying to explain about these things. I'm not trying to explain about item ducts. I'm not trying to build a sorting system. I'm trying to illustrate what you can do with these things and what you can't do with them. And this is one of the things that you can't do with them. It's not intended as a sorting system, and I'm trying to illustrate the point that it just won't work, right? If you had a shed load of sorting chests and they were all organised, maybe it would work. I can't be buggered setting that up. Someone else can do that. It's probably would work, but the point is that you see these chests are connected with these. This is just to illustrate a point. It's just to illustrate a point that once that chest fills up, once all the chests are filled up, everything will blow back. And I've deliberately used iron chests here, and I've used wooden chests here, so that's why so many of these chests have got, these two chests have got much more that can fit in here. So let's just illustrate the point. So that's that one going, and that's that one going. Now you can see straight away this is pouring it in. Now the other thing about the logistical transporters, unless you're using, I'll get to it, it doesn't matter. Unless you're using the logistical sorter, they're all going to go through one at a time, and you can see what's happening. It's random as buggery. I mean, let's just have a look over here. Look, you can see it's just one at a time. Whereas the other sorting system that you used right at the start of the series, that used refined relocation, which I'm going to use in the end. This is just, and yes, I know it's sorting upgrade as part of refined relocation. That's not my point. My point is just to show what happens when you try to push too much down one pipe. It's all just one at a time, right? These aren't designed to be used in this fashion. That's the point. I'm just trying to illustrate what you can do with them and what's pointless. And you can see there's wooden bits coming through, and it's all going to start jamming up, because these are designed to connect machines, not this lot, right? So if I go along here and I have a look in this one, see this one's filling up. One's filling up slowly because it's sandstone, and nothing is appearing in here because it's just turning up and disappearing into the whole system. So let's see how far this one's along. Oh my lord, I shouldn't have picked big blocks like that. Whatever. What's this one up to? Oh, you see, now this one will go quite quickly, you see, because it's only just one of it. Oh god, I had to choose that. See, I just went around barrels and just dragged individual ones. Sometimes I click, double click, whatever. So the end result is you end up with this kind of problem. So you can see nothing's going in here anymore because it's full. Now this one's not full, so stuff's still pouring out and pouring down the pipe and disappearing over there. So that's kind of how not to do it. These things, just because you can doesn't mean you should. Right? So just because you can set up a system like this doesn't mean you should set up a system like this. This is to illustrate, don't do it this way. These things are for connecting machines, not barrels. They work, but seriously, one block at a time, one block at a time, it's ridiculous. And I'm going to cut a chunk out of this video and go downstairs. You see individual items, right? Let's see how this one's going. Oh lord, I shouldn't have chosen 64 blocks of stuff. You see this one's empty now. It's done. This one's still got a load of stuff to go, right? But you get the gist of the thing, right? So pull. There's both of those on pull, so that one's also going to be empty until both of those are full. Pardon me, sorry, I've been feeling very, very, very sick the last few days. I won't overshare, that's not relevant. But you see, there we go. We've got more crap coming out of that one. Let's see how far we've got to go. It's not too far. It might actually not quite fill it up. Anyway, right at the start, I showed you this thing called a router. This is going way back to Series 1. I'm going to nip downstairs and show you that. And I'm just going to leave this running because it's just pointless. I'll just run quickly downstairs and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, I love free runners. Now, people who have seen the first one will remember this pile of barrels running all the way down here and machines and whatnot. And we have these routers, right? And the thing about them and the ducts is that you can, it's not letting me, oh, there you go. So the thing about that is that they can send out enormous amounts very, very quickly, and they can pull it in from all of those barrels very, 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 very quickly, because they're using they're using item ducts, which is what they're for, right? So they're fast. And you can actually set them with upgrades to actually send out blocks at a time, sorry, stacks at a time, instead of individual blocks. Because if you send out individual blocks, it takes bloody forever. And that's why, bloody noisy thing, can't walk through a door. That's why, oh, you see it's done. Did it fill it up? Yep. Let's have a look in here. And here's the leftovers. So you can see that even though I had that set, it made no bloody difference. Now, yes, I know I could have added sorting barrel, sorting chest down there. I could have used iron ones instead of wooden ones. But I was just trying to illustrate the point that you can do stuff with these, but it's not particularly efficient. It works. It's just not efficient. It's not what they're for, right? So all of this is going to go, and I'm going to put all that crap back in there, and I'll put a proper machine in, and I'm going to use the newbie version, which means using the basic boxes rather than the elite machines, which is the proper way to do it. So I'm just illustrating a point. That's all. Just illustrating. It's just little tips and tricks. Anyway, I'll go back downstairs, do a wrap up. Oh, if I can do it without falling off and killing myself, which I have done several times in this game. Right, so there you go, guys. Bye. Just a simple example of a sort of a poor man's sorting system using pipes that weren't designed for it. It's a bit like using plastic pipes to transport acid. It's just not sensible. You're going to end up with a mess. Yeah, anyway. So, there you go. Enjoy, 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 enjoy.